for too long. But we got a different reaction. We got a little documentary now, actually. Extreme poverty, danger, and female workers. Okay, and it's crazy that I chose this video because YouTube don't even know, but hey man. Hey man, let's get into it though, man. Bro said, looks like he played for paper, sir. Your real audience. And I feel that. I remember when I first started streaming, this nigga named Fard99, bro, botted me. To this day, I don't know why. Like, and some bots are free as well. That's crazy. But to this day, I don't know why. Like, I don't even know why people will bot, to be so real. It's not gonna get you no recognition. It's not gonna get you recognized, man.
This is perhaps the worst place in Uganda.
Y'all get
All right,
tired
my
and
friend.
forget my correct
No one is
words.
happy here and everyone is struggling. No one has any value here. In this country, if you're not related to a politician, no matter what you do, you can't get ahead.
I'm a former convict. For some reasons, I spent 8
This video is dubbed, y'all, just in case y'all see their mouth move and they not talking yet. This video is dubbed.
years in prison. I won't say what it was
I'll
about.
say, yeah, it's just
Right now, I've returned to my
lines and
neighborhood.
stuff, so
For example, if someone gets into trouble or has something stolen, they come to me for help and I look into it.
But then at the same time though, why? Like, genuinely, I don't get it. I love this shit too much to even fake it. I don't get why someone would though. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because I can find someone the police would search for months in just an
Like
hour and solve the problem.
They'll say it like that shit makes the most perfect sense ever too. Like, oh yeah, bro, you don't bot, nigga. No, like I know some of the smaller streamer homies, them niggas be botting they shit, bro, and I'll just be like, bro, what the fuck? You gotta blow up naturally, cause I thought that was the whole fun of it, my nigga. You take this shit from the ground to the top, cause like what the fuck?
People around the world are born into different living conditions and adapt to the geography in which they find themselves. Some people open their eyes to life in extremely poor shanty towns. Only a very small
But
fraction of the
That's the
people in
thing.
these shanty
I don't get how you could fake like people fucking with you, dude. Like, I could see if them niggas was like Instagram, nigga, YouTube. Even on YouTube, I could see you doing bots. But on Twitch, I can't see you. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it for Twitch. Like, I don't.
towns
Man. I think I never will. I ain't gonna lie.
are able to
But do I pick up what you're putting down? Yes, I fully understand what you're saying. I just don't get like their thinking of it.
transition to a much better quality of life. However, many of them spend their entire lives struggling to survive under similar conditions. One such impoverished shantytown is located in Uganda, in Eastern Africa. It is the poorest, largest, and most dangerous in the country, and is situated in Kampala, the capital of Uganda. The monthly income of
Why is he saying Uganda like that, man? I don't like how he's pronouncing it, and I ain't even Ugandan.
people in this neighborhood ranges from $40 to $70. This amounts to a daily income of around $2 per person. $20.
That's weekly pay, bro. 2 dubs. If you lucky, 3 dubs and a 10. That's some shit.
This amounts to a daily income of around $2 per person. Residents eat unhealthy food, dispose of feces and urine in their living spaces, carry clean water from distant wells, and wash their clothes and dishes by hand. Many children do not receive a proper education and do not attend school. The homes where these people live appear to be in such poor condition that most of you would never want to stay inside for more than 5 minutes. To analyze these people's lives in greater detail, we formed a team in Uganda. Together with our
Yo, he's sticking out like a sore.
lives in greater
He is sticking out like a sore fucking thumb, man.
detail, we formed a team in Uganda. Together with our local friends, we visited their neighborhood. We spent a full day there and filmed their lives. Our journey began in the heart of the capital, Kampala. Uganda has a total area of 242,000 square kilometers, and it's estimated that approximately 55 million people live in this country. Kampala, the capital, overlooks Lake Victoria, and about 5 million people live in the city. There are many
But there are some, like, there's some streamers that genuinely, they just have a fan base that fuck with them. That's what I'm saying. I don't get why people would get a fan base of bots. Like, in the long run, nobody's gonna, like, nigga, nobody's gonna fuck with you. Like, I don't get why people would do that. Like, you gonna be out in public, nobody gonna ask you for a photo. Like, nobody gonna pay mine to you. There go that one nigga. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get why people would do it if it doesn't get you the real recognition that you need.
In the city center, and most of the traffic seems to be
I
motorcyclists.
get tired and lose brain cells. I am telling you, man. I hate
Everything
that
around
shit.
us was shades of yellow, and there wasn't much green space. Some apartment-style complexes are located in Kampala, where people who are better off live in 3- or 4-story buildings. The shops, on the other hand, are mostly housed in old 1- or 2-story buildings. Electrical cables run overhead, and every new street we turn onto is crowded with people.
For how many businesses they have, I wouldn't think that they that low in the economy.
As we
Their
approach the
economy,
shanty
I mean.
town, the paved roads of the city center give way to muddy, pothole-ridden dirt roads.
Never mind.
This makes our
Look at they
motorcycle
sewers, man. That's their sewers, I'm assuming.
give way to muddy.
Shit look like trenches. I ain't gonna lie to
Pothole-ridden
you. It
dirt
look like
roads.
it's wartime.
This makes our motorcycle ride even more challenging. After about a half-hour ride, we arrived at the shanty town and felt a little anxious. We walked behind our local guide for a while and explored the streets. Women were doing laundry, and the side
True. You can't unlame a lame, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
streets were filled with
can't.
clotheslines.
You could give sauce to a lame. You could damn near put that nigga onto everything. You can't unlame him though. God damn. My fault. My fault. My fault. Intrusive thoughts, they got out.
Interestingly, it's not just women here. Men are also washing clothes by hand. Some children carry dirty water from wells back to their homes. Others are dumping wastewater into the street. This situation shows that children are starting their lives with the burden of work instead of receiving an education. Many children aren't wearing shoes or slippers.
They just born to be workers, really. Like, they wasn't born for no real life purpose. They was born to work.
They
man.
walk around completely barefoot. On a street corner, an animal vendor waits to sell these animals.
This nigga got an iPhone. He got a better iPhone than me, cuz what the fuck? He is not struggling at all.
Neighborhood grocery stall, an animal vendor.
Where in the fuck did he get that 8? Bro, he got a 17, bro. I forgot, they don't even have the iPhone 18 out yet. Bro,
Waits
he
to
has
sell
the
these
17, cuz.
The neighborhood grocery
How?
stalls look just like this one. A few varieties of vegetables are placed on the small
Bro, they
stall,
making this shit seem
and
like
the
it's all
vendors
that
are trying
bad.
to
It
make
is
money
not
by
too
selling
bad.
them. As we continued walking along the muddy roads with puddles, we saw a woman bending over. She was scooping dirty water from a puddle and filling a plastic container with it. We learned that people who can't afford to buy water from clean water stations fill their containers with water from puddles and use it for drinking and cooking. This woman was a living example of that, and watching her really brought us down. There's absolutely no chance that this water is safe. People are stepping right through it. It could even be sewage water. Moreover, a strong odor pervades the neighborhood. The smell comes from the stream that runs through various parts of the neighborhood. People dump their toilet waste into the stream, spreading both the odor and disease. The living space for people of all ages is right in the midst of this waste. Poultry roam among this waste, using it as a food source. People...
It's like, I don't get why people like living in squalor though, bro. Especially if you're broke. shouldn't you want to keep everything more clean and organized? Because you don't have that much, man. Like, I could see if, nigga, you was a hoarder, had things just flowing out your house, really got no room for the essentials you need. But, nigga, y'all are broke. Go to the, bro, make a fucking trash pile, dude. Like, you just throwing it anywhere?
In turn,
At least be organized, bro. You can't be broke, no manners, no nothing. You can't just be a walking sack of meat. You gotta have something good, dude.
eat this poultry for meat. As we continued down the side streets, we saw a corner with an Ugandan flag. The street was a long corridor, and the neighborhood residents seemed...
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're literally fucking over themselves and then getting mad that they're being fucked over. You threw the trash there. Miss Gladys, that is your milk carton right there, man. Like, what are we talking about?
friendly. In one corner, an adult woman was washing clothes by hand. Her children were among the lucky ones who could attend school. On their way to school, she showed us her house and told us what she did for a living.
You think they gotta pay for school out there?
I've been living in this neighborhood for 20 years and I do laundry. My husband made big mistakes. He often left us and spent our money on gambling, so we were forced to live in this neighborhood. He went to the market to sell vegetables, but I never trust him because he's a gambling addict and I'm trying to cope with 3 children. I wash the neighbor's laundry and I spend the money on my children's food. I don't buy anything for myself. My husband can only pay the rent for the house. Actually, we pay 75,000 Ugandan shillings a month for this place. He doesn't even deserve that, but we have no other choice.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That shouldn't be that high to live in a fucking shack, though, dude. Oh, man. I think Uganda does have a corrupt government.
We can't live on the street. Actually, I would have liked to get a proper job myself, but it's impossible because of my children. Still, thank God there are people in the neighborhood who are much poorer than us. At least we never go to bed hungry.
Yeah, true. Because I used to wonder why people in other like foreign countries, I used to wonder why do they get so mad that Americans have free education? Until I really knew that, oh, a lot of y'all gotta pay for your learning. Like, it's actually crazy. But then when we go to college, bro, we have to pay so much to go to college. In the hundreds of thousands for one person. College is the biggest scam. I'm not gonna lie. I will merch that to my deathbed. College is the biggest scam, and they got the best revenue. No bullshit.
As we continued walking through the neighborhood, some young women tried to catch our attention. According to what we were told, the young women are laborers. Our local friend mentioned that approximately 1.5 million people in Uganda carry deadly viruses transmitted through sexual contact.
Listen to it again for the people in the back, for the horn dogs in the back.
Our local friend mentioned that approximately 1.5 million people in Uganda carry deadly viruses transmitted through sexual contact. This woman might be one of them. In this neighborhood, young women are forced to take various jobs to improve their living conditions. The exterior walls of the shanties in the neighborhood, on the other hand, are made from a combination of various materials. Metal sheets, planks, wires, and stones were used to build them. Curious about what the inside of these homes looked like, we entered a nearby house to take a look. This is the children's room. It is quite cramped and stuffy. Since the furniture doesn't fit...
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, that's a fucking blessing, bro. Said I had enough money to buy my mom her house, man. That's a blessing, man. I ain't gonna lie. When I learned, like, when I got old enough to learn that I didn't need college, that was low-key a blessing. I'm not gonna lie, like, that was the biggest blessing. I ain't gonna lie.
The room looks cluttered. The children sleep...
But that's nice as shit you bought your mama crib. I'm a little perplexed on that one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little perplexed on that one. That's a big flex. Like, I feel like you should flex that way more. Nigga, I would bring that up every conversation. You ain't bought your mama house though, nigga. Like, come on.
In bunk beds that have been set up in the room. Since there is no closet for their clothes, they are scattered and disorganized. In the middle of this two-room home is a kitchen. Kitchenware is crammed into a small space due to the lack of room. The mother and father sleep on a bed in this room under dim lighting. The house has no windows, so airflow is provided through holes in the roof. The roof is made of wooden planks and metal sheets. There are cracks in the walls, and it would
God
not
damn, man. And you just think it can't get worse. It gets worse and worse and worse. My lord, man.
be surprising if they were to collapse. While people throughout the neighborhood use the communal restroom, the residents of this house have a private restroom outside. Here you can see the restroom and bathroom facilities in this area. We were curious about the condition of the neighborhood's communal restrooms, which the entire neighborhood uses. They don't pay a fee to use the restroom, but the neighborhood residents are responsible for its maintenance and cleaning. Across from the restroom, we saw a woman who looked different from the others. She didn't look much like other Ugandans. She had set up a stall in the corner where she was selling a certain kind of plant. We went over to her to
She the plug. She is the fucking plug.
figure out what the herbs were and how they were used. She was also selling birth control products. Our local friend told us that these herbs boost performance and energy. Apparently, people here take such
True. I ain't gonna lie, true. Damn near, you fully is right. I ain't gonna lie. You fully is right.
supplements to relax.
I feel like that's why I just stopped arguing with people altogether because, I mean, shit, like, what do you gain if you win the argument? Not a damn thing. What do I gain if I win the argument? Not a damn thing, bro. So that's why I stopped arguing with people. Even if I know I'm right, give a fuck if you don't get my point, bro. Give a fuck.
And feel more energetic.
Here, I sell medicinal herbs that I brought from Ethiopia. They make people feel good. People in the neighborhood are getting sick from stress. Because men have to earn money, they can't devote time and energy to their wives. So I prepare herbal remedies for men to help.
Hold on, is she trying to say that the herbal energy that she makes is damn near like a dick pill, but like an all natural dick pill? Is that what she's saying, or am I just misinterpreting that? Misinterpreting that, man.
Them regain their energy.
Yo, I fucking hate losing brain cells the more tired I get. That shit low key, it fucks with my soul, man.
And I sell these kinds of herbs.
Oh, it's like
At
chewing
the same
tobacco.
time, it helps you feel energetic throughout the day. I sell them in
Oh, it's like what the Vietnamese people be doing. They get the leaf, and then they just put it on the side of their lip and they suck it, chew it. Okay.
bunches. One bunch lasts a week. The price is 3,000. You mix it with hot water and drink it, or you can chew it directly and then swallow. I only sell these herbs to adults. Most of my customers are men over the age of 50. I don't do this business in the city center because officials often walk around there. They inspect the vendors. It's safer for me to sell here out of sight.
Since the start of our trip, we hadn't eaten anything, and we were curious about the kinds of food the locals ate. So we visited a few street vendors. On our way to the street food area, we saw a woman filling plastic bottles with a liquid from a yellow can and selling them. They told us it was motorcycle fuel. People in the neighborhood who urgently need fuel come to her and buy just enough to get by on their motorcycles. She works as a seamstress and buys fuel in cans from gas.
That is canola oil, man. You not gonna sit here and keep lying to me, man. You might be getting off on them people, but you're not getting off on me. That is canola oil, man.
Stations in the city. She adds a markup and sells the fuel to people in the neighborhood as a side job. She lives in a one-room apartment right here. It's almost like a prison cell inside, and the house where the family we saw earlier lives looks like a palace compared to this place. Seeing this was quite interesting. Here is a vendor preparing lunch for neighborhood residents. This is her restaurant. She has made rice pilaf with white rice and is cooking beans in another pot. She serves the rice by placing the beans she scoops.
I fully forgot that you had to mix oil and gas for 2-stroke, 4-stroke, 6-stroke. I fully forgot you had to do that for certain bikes.
From the pot next to it. They cook the rice by boiling it in water without adding oil. The woman works alone and uses this area to wash her hands. She also cleans the table where people eat with the same water she used to wash her hands.
Asked me for a bribe. Here I sell rice dishes and boiled beans. I cook for about 30 people a day and feed the people of this neighborhood. I cook the meals in the mornings. After the lunch service, I wash the dishes. The important thing is to be able to feed people. If you serve small portions, they won't come back. That's why here it's not the taste of the food that matters, but the size of the portion. I sell a plate of beans and a plate of rice for 400. Even so, there are people who say it's expensive because no one has any
But shit, she's still getting off her sales. Oh God.
money. There's no clean water to cook with. I wash the dishes with water without detergent. I cook the rice without oil. The situation is bad.
After chatting with her for a bit,
Damn,
we
it
went
seems
over
like
to
she's not
another
even
one.
happy of what she
The
doing,
first thing
but
that
she just
caught
gotta
our
do it for
attention was
they
the
own
contents
living.
of the metal pot. This woman was making a sweet treat made with dough and cocoa.
Ain't no damn sweet treat. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That is goulash.
She boils cocoa with water and sugar, then mixes it with dough that she's cooked in oil. In my opinion, selling sweets is a smart business decision.
Hey man.
While we were there, she had a steady stream of customers.
Can't say you thought you gonna be in a gulag.
She washes her dishes in this area. Bees and flies must love the sugar because they were swarming around the container.
Here I make desserts that are doughy, oily, and filling. I've been living in this neighborhood for the last 5 years because my husband was here. The women here always make beans and rice. I wanted to do something different and sell it. I make the doughs you see in these buckets. I make and sell 2 buckets of dough a day. Some I just coat in sugar, and some I make with cocoa. People are happier when they eat sweet things, especially the children coming back from school love these doughs. And I can easily sell the doughs I make. Here, everyone is trying to survive. And as a neighborhood, we have a bad reputation. Still, you have to produce things like this and keep...
Okay, from the outside looking in, they hella connected with the community. I could tell they love their own community. But why not invest more into their selves? I'm not gonna lie. They is out here living like we is in 1920, 1940, baby. Baby. We done came a long way.
going. We can't give up on life just because we live in bad conditions.
And I don't even think it's the funds, to be real. I think they just don't want to. Or they might not have the resources. Genuinely, I don't know what's going on in Uganda, so take this with a grain of salt what I'm saying, but I think they could level themselves up. I ain't gonna
You might have your own troubles too.
They just
For
doing it to
example, right next to
themselves.
my stall, there is a sewage stream. Our most urgent need is related to clean water and hygiene. We manage to feed ourselves somehow, but we get sick, especially because of the dirty water. We are not asking for much from the government. We are not expecting new houses or high salaries from the government. We have no interest in luxury or expensive things. We just want our basic needs to be met and the security issues to be resolved. For example, there are a lot of immigrants coming to our neighborhood from Burundi. These people disrupt our way of life, try to take our jobs and create danger.
The worst thing about this woman's
Do
work
way
environment,
better. Bro, they could do way better than whatever this is, bro. It is ripping, all that rusty as hell. They could have. Yeah.
is the
Our jobs and create danger.
The worst thing about this woman's work environment is the
And then look at the sewers, bro. It's like, I'm telling you, it's like they tried for a little bit. It's like they tried and then everybody just gave up on it. Like, looking right here, you could tell that was black. That used to be black. They just gave up on it, man.
foul-smelling
I don't get it. I genuinely don't.
sewage water right next to
And then
her
what's the point of making this one a fucking circle if the whole thing's not going to be a fucking circle to keep it in one pipe? I don't...
counter. They can never seem to fix it, and there are pools of sewage like this in every corner of the neighborhood. Even worse, this water is used for washing hands and relieving oneself. We saw this scene as soon as we entered the neighborhood, so I asked my local friend.
Can he go deeper into context when he means by relieving themselves?
We saw this scene as soon as we entered the neighborhood, so I asked my local friend if there was a healthcare worker here.
No.
The fact that people in the neighborhood come into contact with this dirty
Bro
water
said a healthcare worker. They don't have one throughout that whole continent, man.
and use it for their personal
let
needs,
me not do it to
combined
Africa
with
like
the
that,
sewage
but
water everywhere,
they don't have
definitely poses a health risk. We took a break.
Yeah, let me not do Africa like that. But yeah, nah, they for surely don't have one throughout that whole country, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Break from the street food and went to see a healthcare worker who works in the neighborhood. She works as a nurse and provides emergency medical care in the shanty town. According to her, neighborhood residents go to her first in emergency cases. If she cannot treat the
And
patient,
that's what I be thinking, bro. Like, that's some shit. That is some shit. But genuinely, that's what I be thinking. Like, if everybody just went around, cleaned up a little bit, let's say the government gives us compensation for it. Lets us, like, release us of student loans or shit, debts that we have. I genuinely feel like the world would be so much more clean. I'm not gonna lie. The shit could have been fixed. Like, I feel like all the problems that we had, it could have been fixed. I feel like it's just greed.
they are
Greed is
referred
something,
to a
man.
hospital.
Here, I treat people with various types of different ailments.
What kind of microphone is that? TX?
I have been an active nurse for 10 years. The most common diseases or conditions we treat here are urinary tract infections, respiratory infections, malaria, typhoid, and ulcers. These are the most common ones. In addition to these, there are sexually transmitted diseases. In this community, the diseases that cause the most deaths are malaria and ulcers. These are the most common ones, and there are also problems caused by unprotected intercourse. There are also urinary tract infections. A number of these conditions frequently occur due to inadequate personal hygiene practices in the toilets, and they can also happen if
So y'all just dirty out there. Like, what I'm hearing, it ain't nothing like, oh, okay, that's normal. No, you niggas is dirty, bro.
a person has a high number of different sexual partners.
As we continued observing the food vendors, we saw a man who had set up a stall and was preparing food with flour and eggs. He makes this hearty bread himself. The main dish, however, is inside the pot. The man serves the beans, which the other woman serves with rice, with his own special bread. He doesn't add rice to the dish, but rather includes his own bread. He serves this to his customers in a plastic container. The portion looks quite filling. It costs only 300 Ugandan shillings, about 1/10 of an American dollar.
You've really found the perfect person for this interview. Now I can open up to you. This is perhaps the worst place in Uganda. All right, my friend? No one here is happy and everyone
Okay,
is
chat. After this video, I am sadly gonna have to go to sleep. I felt myself dozing off right now.
struggling. I've been working since
How they gonna be dirty and still sexually active? At least their rate that they are. I'm not gonna lie. I paused right there because I was thinking, I was like, man, but when you don't got nothing else to do, like, let's be real, they have nothing else to do but sit there and just fuck. Like, shit. Like, shit, man.
my childhood and I've never gone to school. Here's a dramatic story for you. My mother used to sell beans and I would stand by her side. Then one day we found out my mother had a tumor in her brain. So what happened next? Of course, my mother died.
Oh, you in New York. Hey, man, shout out to my New Yorkians, man. Or you on the East Coast. That's all I know of. But
We couldn't
Shout out
find
to
the
my
money
New
for the
York.
surgery. This is the kind of desperate and unjust place we live in. No one here has any value.
Oh, yeah,
I never
bro
got
did say
married
he
and I
is
don't
in
dream
Florida. My
anymore.
fault, my fault, my fault.
I don't think I can ever have anything. In this country, you can sell beans for years and still end up with nothing. We were born in a place where all our efforts are in vain. The only thing I know is how to make and sell bread and beans. In this country, if you don't have political connections, no matter what you do, you can't get ahead. I don't think those who govern us care about us at all. If you're lucky, you're born outside of Africa. If not, you suffer your whole life. There is no balance or justice in life. That's the whole point.
At this stall, they are selling fried fish.
That's a damn shame, bro. And low-key thinking about it, I really haven't. Okay, yes, I have. There's soccer players that are from Africa. I don't know, man. I feel like some people are, I wouldn't say closed-minded. Because at one point in their life, they did dream, they had ambitions, they had this, they had that. But then, what could break your spirit so bad that you lose all hope in life? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really over here rubbing my little chin hairs thinking like, how? Like, I can understand you had a bad spawn point. You need to get to a better area. It's hard to get money. I understand, but shit, hustle, man. You know how close you are to other countries? You're in Africa. There's 88 countries in there, bro. You could have been up. Like, all realization. You could have been up, dude. No bullshit. He said it's that victim mentality that they fall in. But if you already suffering like that, why have a victim mentality? You know what, man? All right, man. And you're right too. I'm not getting mad at like what you said. I'm getting mad at them, bro, because how could you just give up?
They look like they were cooked
Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you living for? You just gave up. What are you doing, dude?
straight out of the water, still covered in scales and bones. They also seem overcooked and, frankly, unhealthy.
Burnt like
If
a
we were to
motherfucker.
eat this deep-fried fish, it seems
You ain't
highly
getting
likely that we'd
no
end up with a
protein.
stomachache. On the other side of the road, a mother and child were slicing potatoes and selling French fries. Since we had seen enough food for now, we decided to wander around the main squares of the shantytown and check out its market. In this square, for example, people were selling clean well water. Those who can afford it come to this area on bicycles, fill yellow jugs with water, and take them home. Some even use their bicycles to deliver water to homes for a fee. Those lacking the physical strength or health to come and get water themselves must buy it from these young water carriers at a higher price. There is no water infrastructure in the homes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think they just want people to feel bad for them. But then I wouldn't even want to say that because if you see where they are, I damn near understand why they feel like that. Like, I fully understand why they feel like that. No, I don't. I'd never not have hope in my dreams. I'm not gonna lie. I'd never have no ambition in my dreams, bro. But I could see why he said that. But I don't see anything else he said. Like, I could see why he said it's hard to make it out here. And that's the only part I'm talking about. I don't see how he lost his ambition in life. Nigga, in his dreams, I don't see none of those. Like, the rest of the things he said, I cannot agree with.
And most neighborhood
Yeah, looking at the setting, bro, I damn near would have gave up too. I ain't gonna lie.
fountains don't work. People have no choice but to come to these central well sites for clean water. While walking through the site,
And then they wasting all that damn water. Come to the well sites for clean water. Nigga, you not even lining it up correctly. Move that bitch back a little.
streets, we occasionally came across people moving erratically. They try to tell you something and ask for money. There are also butchers in the neighborhood market. If you're wondering how meat is sold in a shanty town, this is what it looks like in Ugandan shanty towns. This is what the butcher's workspace and shop look like from across the street. The butcher sells meat from various animals together. There is no refrigeration, so he cuts and prepares the meat in direct sunlight. We went inside the shop to observe how he cuts the meat. This is the butcher's workbench. The area
I don't even think that they have to come to America to get anything, bro. Africa is Africa is the richest country with their materials, with the resources they have. If anything, bro, Go digging up in a fucking river. To be real. All jokes aside, go dig up in a river. That's where all of our diamonds, a majority of our gold, it's where a lot of our good materials come from. Come on, man. Come on, dude.
Area where he
You're not wanting it bad enough, man. Like you said, dude, they don't want it bad enough.
cuts and
dude.
portioned the meat
They
doesn't
not
look
really fucking starving.
very hygienic. There are pieces of meat and fat
Little
on the
baby
counter.
wanted that shit more
The
than they
butcher
did,
places
bro.
the portioned meat onto the scale according to his customer's requests and completes the sale. One of the most interesting characters we met in this shantytown was this man. He had just been released from prison and returned to his neighborhood. While he was talking to us, he kept showing us his fist and making movements as if he were in a boxing ring. I guess he was trying to show that he was a strong man. We asked him why he had been in prison and what he was doing there now.
Here in the neighborhood, I provide private security services. Those who need protection reach out to me, and
That boy was in the cells putting belts of ass. He got out, say, yeah, I need to keep putting belt. Shit too fun. I'll be security guard.
I ensure their safety. I'm a former convict. For certain reasons, I spent 8 years in prison. I'm not going to say what it was about.
Hey, man.
Now I've returned to my neighborhood. There are a lot of security.
That's one thing I noticed too, though. Like, people in other countries, obviously they do things very different, but their fighting style is even different. Like, some countries will use all of their limbs. Some will just use their hands. Some countries will just use their legs. Some will want to just wrestle you. They don't even like to fight. Yes, I'm talking about the Russians. Yes, I'm talking about the fucking Russians. They just like to wrestle. They don't fight. They wrestle. Them boys are something different. But like, it's different all around the world. I love that.
Problems in these kinds of shantytown areas. People sometimes get themselves into trouble and look for someone who can protect them. That's where I step in and try to solve the problem.
Hold your side. His lineup was horrible.
Since I know the various groups here, I have a lot of connections and I act as a mediator to resolve disputes. For example, if someone gets into trouble or has something stolen, they come to me for help and I investigate the person involved. Because I can find someone the police would search for months in just an hour and solve the problem. They're looking for the suspect in the wrong places. I know where they are. People know they'll waste a lot of time if they go to the police. That's why they pay me and want their problem.
Now that you mention it, yes, I have. And I was low-key, I thought that video was AI. Bro, is that video real? You're talking about when the bear has on the gloves? That nigga said, yeah. You gotta be lying.
Solved quickly.
And then I seen another one where they dead ass wrestled the bear. Bear's mouth open, all that. He puts his arm in it. He's like, calm down, calm down. Kind of fucking bears they have in Russia, the chillest bears ever. Man, they really do that shit. They really about it, bro.
Usually I get complaints about theft. Sometimes I resolve disputes between individuals. In other words, you could say I'm the neighborhood Spider-Man. It's superhero. I maintain peace here and everyone is satisfied.
After we left the former inmate, we saw a man across the way focused on a screen behind metal bars. As we approached, we realized he was playing a game. He sells items like
Bro said the bears just think you're playing with them. That's
phone earbuds, phone cases, and chargers.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know he don't got the big PS5, man.
He sells items like phone earbuds, phone cases, and chargers, and apparently plays games in his spare time. There's also a barber giving haircuts.
That's the Last of Us. That's the good Last of Us
games in his spare time. There's also
me, that's the remastered version. I think that's that nigga Larry right there.
A barber giving haircuts. He seems to enjoy his work. All the trash from the neighborhood is dumped in this open area. This space just outside the neighborhood has turned into a massive garbage dump. Since the city doesn't collect the trash on time, it has piled up and is spreading disease in this hot weather. To get rid of the trash, the residents have resorted to burning it. As we were leaving the shantytown in the evening, we saw a woman cooking and couldn't help but stop and look at her stall. She was preparing a different kind of meal than the others. She wasn't selling fried potatoes or beans. She was selling a different kind of rice dish. As we approached a man who was eating, we saw that she was selling fried chicken and a dark brown rice dish. This is how people generally live in Uganda's shanty towns. There is no proper infrastructure for electricity, roads, or clean water. Income levels are low, and people live in unsanitary conditions. Their homes lack lighting and offer no protection from the outside. If you'd like to see more scenes of life in different parts of the world, please like this video and
Fuck that. Can we talk
if
about
you'd like to
this?
see more scenes of
Can we talk about what the fuck this is, man? That shit looks like a bad bitch's throw up or period blood. On me, that look like a bad bitch's period blood.
life in different parts of the world, please
Hey man, oh god, looks like a fucking war crime, dog.